What's up everyone, it's Thunderbird Games here. My name is Jack and welcome to a Halo Master Chief Collection video. What you just saw there was my actual very first kill with multiplayer. The server's been a bit gay today, so it's been pretty hard to actually get into a game, but that was my first game, that was my first kill. My least favourite map actually, and probably the most awkward weapon to use. But anyway, this video is basically a video of all the new gadgets, weapons and cars and vehicles added to the games, to Halo 2 anyway. You might think like, well, it's just anniversary, it's just a reskin, but actually they added a fair amount to multiplayer anyway. This is a great example. This is the Golden Warthog, or the civilian Warthog, and I think, you know, this is good. They added this because in all of the games they've been rumoured that there's a Golden Warthog, but they never put it in, but they actually have now. These are the two turrets in the game. They are the stationary one. This is glass, which is actually breakable, and behind it I put a explosion. And also this is the removable turret from Halo 4 and Reach. This wasn't in the original Halo 2, but they've added it back in for multiplayer or Forge use. But they haven't put the Covenant detachable turret gun in the game, which is kind of odd. You might think they might add that, but never mind. So this is the Gungoose. This has got a lot of hype about it. This is basically just it is really just a mongoose with two SMGs in the front, but it's just like a alternative to the Ghost. Because there was never like a human equivalent on the well, actually I think there is. They just get the Warthog as the equivalent, but there wasn't really a proper equivalent of the Ghost in Halo 2 original. But this map I've built is literally just something I put together in an hour and a half. It's just like a little racetrack and some vehicles and some trees and some gadgets. I literally just called it the playground. I just dick around on it for a bit, and also this was only like maybe, I think this cost me 20% of the Forge budget, and there's actually a lot here, and you're allowed like 650 items in the game, and you do so much with like, because the pieces are huge, and like these rocks, there's like bigger rocks in this and stuff. Like it's just incredible what you can do. Anyways, this is the Silenced SMG. This is from ODST, but they brought it into the game, which I'm actually really glad they did, because it's such a cool weapon. Unfortunately, they didn't put the silenced pistol in, but this will do anyway. You can dual wield them. You can also dual wield them with the normal SMG. I didn't do that in this video, sadly, but it's actually really accurate. It's also got a scope on it, but yeah, it's a really accurate weapon. Mid-range, I say it's like a permanent mid-range. Let's brought the assault rifle into Halo 2, which wasn't in the original game or in the original multiplayer, but they put this in for a new like close quarters mid-range weapon. I think it's good for maps like Blood Gulch, where the SMG, which would not be is like a void option when playing on that map. Anyway, this is Sentinel Beam. This isn't new, but I just like what they've done to this gun, bringing it up old version, where it was really quite a bad, wasn't necessarily a bad weapon, but they've also amped the damage up for the anniversary mode anyway. In the original, it's still the same, but I remember in an interview they said they've amped up the damage for this gun, so it's more like a half weapon now, I guess. Unless this glass just doesn't break easy, it takes like 4 frag grenades to take it out, which I just do not have. Anyway, these are the energy swords. You get your blue one, which you know and love. It's exactly the same as it was 10 years ago, with new sound effects. But there's also the red energy sword. This is the infected sword, which I think is used in infection mode. There's also the Survivor Shotgun and Survivor Pistol. I didn't show them because they are exactly the same aesthetics wise to the pistol and shotgun original. I thought they'd have some like maybe cool marks on them, maybe a different colour, maybe, you know, worn out, but no. Anyway, this is the second part of the video. Because the Xbox game DVR is extremely bad, it didn't record the sound. But what you're watching now is part of the new scripting thing they've added into the game. You can like script in doors to open, bombs to explode, EMPs to go off and stuff. It's kind of simple, but it's a nice touch. You could I can also reopen those doors if I wanted to. But this is the Hornet, which they brought in from Halo 3. It was absent in all the Halo games, apart from Halo 3, and actually is one of my favourite, it's probably my favourite vehicle. I liked the Falcon in Halo Reach, but this is just gangster, this helicopter, no, this jet It's like the VTOL actually. This VTOL is just like G. Anyway, this is another example of scripting. You can actually make explosions happen by just like a click of a button, which I really like as well. I think that's going to be great in multiplayer. But this is a one we can actually see the dome where the explosion will go. You can get invisible ones, so you won't know the explosion's there. You can set it up like a trap, but I didn't put that down because I didn't actually realize what it looked like in custom games. I still think you wouldn't see it, but you do. So let's fly the Hornet back in here, and then I'm going to show you the Golden Banshee. The Golden Banshee is the Heretic Banshee from the level The Arbiter in the Halo 2 campaign. I really like the art design on this. I actually prefer it to the normal Banshee. I love what they've done. I love all these like little new things they've added into the game. Also, the things I'm shooting now are stalactites. They are like a destructible item. They can be found on the Lockout remade. You can shoot them down and they'll land sniper towers and stuff. But I put them into Fortress. I thought that'd be quite a cool way to break out of the tunnel. I was thinking of building that like before the game launched. I'm so hyped for this game. I'm so glad I have it now, and it's just so good. And I can't wait to play Halo 1 multiplayer online. Also, there's no Banshee bomb, which is weird. I've that, or it hasn't been enabled. But there is no Banshee bomb. I pressed like every single button and it just wasn't happening for me. I think that's probably because it's just maybe it was too overpowered for multiplayer use. I was actually playing multiplayer later, and I was using the Banshee, and I was trying to get kills with a plasma cannon, and it just wasn't working out for me. I only killed about 2 people. Also, it's actually quite easy to take out with like just small arms and stuff. In campaign, the Banshee can actually take a tank round. I think anyway. While I was playing the campaign yesterday, the Banshee took a tank round, but in multiplayer it dumbed down to be fair, to be a bit fair. But maybe it's a bit weak. Anyway, that was my Forge video. I hope you enjoyed. I'm just going to leave it off by showing you a clip from multiplayer. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.